Good evening, everybody, and today is Tuesday. This is Vivian, and wow. So yesterday, I didn't upload a video. I'm sorry. It's all good though. We're here, and you had plenty to watch on the channel, right? It's almost 300 videos on this channel, so go ahead and rewatch some stuff. But anyway, guys, well, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notifications, all that stuff. And we are still reviewing this book, A Year of Positive Thinking, Daily Inspiration, Courage, and Wisdom by Cindy Spiegel. Now, tonight, we're going to talk about a couple of topics that's in here. If you're following along, we're on page 170, and I've changed the title somewhat, to kind of have people that actually need this content to pay attention, right? So I've combined the last two topics since I didn't get on last night. I've combined the last two topics, but I'm going to talk about them in unison. What to do when things don't go quite as planned, right? And in the book, if you're following along, the topics are you may never be ready and when things don't go as planned. So I'm going to read both of those, and then I'm going to talk about it. How about that? All right. So you may never be ready, but that isn't a good reason not to start. For better or worse, life will not always go as planned. When you're experiencing a challenge, rather than assuming the worst possible scenario, ask yourself, what could you learn from it? What in this challenge could make you stronger, more loving, or more empathetic? Sit with what comes up and have a notebook nearby to record your thoughts. You won't always find the answer you want to hear, but you'll begin to recognize that things are not always as negative as they may seem initially. Wow, like that. So, what do you do? What do you do when things don't quite go as planned? Do you just like sit and stop and say, okay, I give up? That is not going to do anything for you. It's not going to make anything any better. All it's going to do is keep you in that funk for the rest of your days, or as long as you let it. See, what it's saying here is when we run into challenges, sometimes we tend to give up. We tend to say, well, apparently that wasn't for me. I've said the same thing in certain situations, when I broke up with my boyfriend, I said, you know what? Maybe relationships aren't for me. I don't even know. This is just crazy. You be with somebody all this time, and all of a sudden, and so all that negative stuff started running around in my head. So what should I have done? Okay. First of all, examine what happened. Right? Examine what happened in the relationship. What could I have done, or what could he have done to make it better? Well, I did. I went and I examined the relationship, and I said, you know what? Maybe what happened was both of us weren't really ready for a relationship, but we stuck with it because we're just that type of people. We like to stick with things. Not necessarily because we belong together, but because we just like to stick with things. And I said, yeah, I'm going to stick with this. I don't care what happened. I'm just going to stick with it. Doesn't matter how miserable either one of us are. I'm going to stick with it. But what happened was when I decided to really take a look at it, Not that whole scenario, but when I really took a look at it, it was I didn't love myself enough to be in a relationship with someone who didn't love themselves enough, right? So if that's the case, then it was a good thing. You know, you start looking at it from a different perspective. Was it a good thing? Yes, it was a good thing that we broke up because neither one of us were happy. I think we were more there out of obligation than anything else. So we decided to break it off. Now, at the time when it happened, yeah, we were upset and all that, you know, all this back and forth. But when I really took a look at it, I said, hmm, you know, there's some lessons to be learned here on my side. You know, I don't know what lessons he learned or what lessons he might not never ever have thought about it again. But for me, the lesson was to love myself better. And that's in any situation that you have where things don't go quite the way you think they should. Say you're and this is like minimal, but you know, just bear with me here. Say you're out to dinner and you order something brand new. Never had it before, but it sounds good, right? You get it and you go, "Oh God, really? Ew." And then you go, "Well, guess I won't order that again." But think about it. Maybe the thing that you ordered wasn't prepared correctly in that spot. Because that has happened to me as well. I ordered, I like eggplant parmesan, okay? And I was in a restaurant thinking because, you know, it's an Italian dish that this is an Italian restaurant. It should be good, right? Well, I ordered it. It was horrible. It was rubbery. They overcooked the eggplant. I mean, it was just horrendous. And I was like, I don't think I want to do this again ever in another Italian restaurant ever, right? But I went to another restaurant and I decided, you know what? Maybe it was the eggplant, maybe it was the chef, maybe it was, I don't know, maybe it's the preparation, whatever it was, I'm going to try it again. Next time I tried it in a different place, it was delicious. So even though that is a minimal thing, a minimal challenge, it's the same thing in every aspect of your life. Business. Okay, so I'm a marketer. I'm an affiliate marketer, right? And I'm still learning this whole process. So when you put an ad out, you test it, right? You're gonna put it out, and you have your headlines, you have your hook, you have your story, you have your all the ad and everything. Goes out, nothing happens. You're thinking, well, I think I targeted the right audience. I think. Well, I think I put the right headline, I think, but apparently not, right? So what can you learn from that? You go back and you look at it again and you says, okay, put yourself in the shoes of anyone happen that might need that product. What do they need from that product? How can you attract them to that product by what you say about that product and how that product is going to meet their needs, right? So you look at your headline and you look at your story and you look at the ad and you go, oh, well, maybe I need to tweak that versus, oh, my ads aren't working. I'm just going to give up. So if you do that, you're never going to get anywhere, right? If you just say, well, my ads aren't working, I'm going to give up, that's it, I'm done. Of course, you're not going to learn anything. You're not going to get any money because that ad that you're running is not going to work, right? And you won't learn your audience. So if you keep going and you keep tweaking and you keep moving stuff around, all of a sudden now you've hit that jackpot where, oh, this was the ad that was working. Oh, okay, let me go with that. And then, eventually that one might die too, because they don't last forever. But you want to try something else and try something else and then just keep going. And you get better and better and better at it. When like the relationships don't go as planned. Okay, doesn't mean you're not meant to be in a relationship. It just means that relationship didn't work. What can you learn from what happened in that relationship, or where you were at the time emotionally, when you were in that relationship? What can you learn about yourself? Because sometimes it's not the other person, it's not that the relationship wasn't good. It's something about what you're thinking or how you're feeling or what was going on with you at the time that made that relationship not work. Sometimes it is the other person, but it's how you respond to what that other person does. So you're going to learn lessons from everything that doesn't go quite as planned. But the thing to do when they don't go quite as planned is to stop getting ready to start over and just start over. Learn from those lessons. Okay, this was a mistake, or this happened, and let me examine that and see what happened in any aspect of your life. Because once you do that, then your life gets better, and you can better manage anytime something doesn't go right. You don't just give up. You just automatically go to, I'm going to examine that and see what I can do to improve it, or what I can do to change it to make it better. I was listening to a video, Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, I think everybody calls him. And he was saying, his YouTube channel went down, and, some of his Facebook ads went down, but he got on Twitter and he got on Instagram and he learned those platforms, and then he just started all over again. So he didn't give up and say, okay, well, the stuff that I was doing is not working anymore, so I'm just going to give up. No. He said, you know what? These are some new platforms, and people are on these platforms, and this is where the audience that I'm targeting is going. So I'm going to go ahead and learn these platforms, and I'm going to get really good at that. And so he did. So whatever it is that you are facing, the challenges that you're facing, that you think, oh my God, it's not working anymore, find out why. Find out why it's not working. And then once you find out why it's not working, change it. And if you don't know, ask somebody to help you. That's one of the things, that was the hardest thing I had to learn, was to ask for help. I hated that. I didn't want anybody to think I didn't know. Well, that's probably the craziest thing you could possibly do, is to not know and not ask. What sense does that make? It doesn't make any sense. But ego got in the way, because I didn't want anybody to think, oh my God, she's so stupid, she doesn't know, blah, 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 blah. It was the old, what do people think paradigm. Well, those people that may think whatever they think don't pay my bills. I have to do what I have to do to make myself better. Whatever that is, reading a book, listening to someone else, getting advice from someone else, collaborating with someone else. Sometimes you just have to let the ego go and say, you know what, I need help. I am not doing well, I need help. Because, for the longest time, I was trying to redo something, right? And so I, you know what, I'm going to do everything myself, because the people that I hired to do certain things, it wasn't satisfactory, and I just didn't want to have to go through that again. And I said, you know what, I'm going to do it myself. I know I can do it. I'm just going to do it myself. Well, was not my expertise, right? So it was taking me a long time to try to get it done, and it wasn't coming out the way that I wanted it to come out. So me trying to keep doing this over and over and over again, it was just holding up progress. So think about this. When things don't go the way you want, plan it out. Okay, look at the situation, look at what happened, and say, okay, how can I fix it? Doesn't necessarily mean that you need to fix everything. You may need to recognize what happened, right? But doesn't mean that you need to fix, because if it's not your area of expertise, you need to get help. Because if you're getting ready to get ready, you're never going to get anything out. You're never going to fix anything, because getting ready to get ready never really works. You know, I'm a girl from the South, right? And one of the terms that we use is, I'm fixing to get ready. All that means is I'm getting ready to get ready. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it? I'm getting ready to get ready. And if you keep getting ready to get ready, you'll never start. So look back. Okay, this didn't go as planned. Let me make a new plan. And then ready, set, go. Not just ready, but ready, set, go.
For somebody going through tough times, for somebody struggling just to keep your head above water, you're trying, but things don't seem to be quite working out the way you planned. You thought you'd be in a different place at this season in your life, but you're still suffering.
You have no say-so in what happens to you, but you have a say-so in what you do about it. You have a determining voice into where your life can go. See, life is 10% what happens to you. It's 90% what you do about it. You get a setback. You get thrown off course. You lost your mama. That's dirt. But show me something that has grown into something beautiful that didn't have no dirt on it. You need dirt on you to develop, because dirt ain't just dirt. Dirt is fertilizer. Dirt is nutrient. Dirt gives you the strength for your seed to push through. You gotta have dirt on you to push through something. Everything you see that's beautiful starts out as a seed, but that seed got to get dirt on it. You got to have dirt on you to grow into what life got for you.
The only thing I want from you is that every single day when uncertainty creeps in, I need you to get up and I need you to go heavy on it. In the midst of opposition, in the midst of challenges, in the midst of adversity, when you taste a little bit of blood and something happens that you didn't expect to happen, I need you to go heavy on it.
You gotta be willing to go after your stuff. You gotta be willing to go after whatever has got your name on it. Sometimes you gotta fight your way over. Sometimes you gotta fight your way through. Sometimes you gotta look in the mirror and say, listen, I ain't got nobody else to encourage us right now. It's just me and you. But I'm telling you, you're the head and not the tail. And I'm fighting for me, or my house, or my children, or my brothers, or my sisters, or my husband, or my vision, or my dream. I'm gonna stand right here, and I ain't giving up my children. I'm not giving up my money. No, I'm standing. You can't keep quitting your whole life. You can't keep backing up, and you can't keep fainting, taking 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. After a while, there ought to be something in our lives that we stand through. Sicknesses that you stood through, struggles that you stood through. Weaknesses that you stood through. Crises that you stood through. Pressures that you stood through. That is where character is developed. That's what defines our destiny when you are in the middle of transition.
Okay? All right. So when things don't go as planned, evaluate, fix, go. Got it? Got it. All right, guys. So that's my little rant for today. Guys, you know I always end these things in gratitude, and I want to say that I am thankful for my children and grandchildren always. I am thankful that I live in harmony with the laws of the universe. I am thankful that I use my gifts to help others and fully better my own life. I am thankful that money comes to me easily and effortlessly in increasing quantities from multiple sources on a continuous basis. I am thankful that my mentors online and offline who inspire me every day. I am thankful that I take action to get things done. I am thankful that my business is growing by leaps and bounds. And I'm thankful that I contribute to feed hungry children around the world through my business. I am thankful that my body is healthy, fit, and healed. And last but certainly not least, I am thankful and grateful to you for your continued patronage of my channel. And I put the link below for, and you guys know, I am a big fan of Wesley Virgin and the Overnight Millionaire program. And so I put the link below for that program and also the Bob Proctor MSI program. Where if you are an entrepreneur and you need help, you need to collaborate with someone, you need to go to some classes, you need some advice, you need some personal development, it's all there under that platform. So it's MSI, and there's an interactive video down below. Also, I'm involved with ibuumerang. ibuumerang is a company a network marketing company that doesn't sell anything, but we help people save money, and with those savings, we get paid. So, if you want to check that out, that link is down below as well. So, guys, please like, share, subscribe, bring somebody with you next time, okay? And in the meantime, I will talk to you tomorrow. I promise. But in the meantime, I wish you peace. I wish you love. And I love you guys so much. Thanks again for watching. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.